For a story to be visually compelling, it all depends on its cinematography. Admit it or not, we want a complete package television series. We want something that will keep our attention spans intact with overflowing visuals suited for our taste. Welcome to Access Multimedia Topics. Today, we are here to break down a list of 10 Netflix series with awesome cinematography that is worth the hype. But before anything else, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel for the latest updates. Number 10. Stranger Things. Stranger Things is set in the 1980s in the fictional town of Hawkins, Indiana. It focuses on the story of the boy Will Byers and a lot of supernatural events occurring in that town. This series has 3 seasons and starred by Millie Bobby Brown, Finn Wolfhard, Noah Schnapp, and Gaten Matarazzo. Since they pushed for a retro vibe type of cinematic appeal, the team used a specialized camera gear to give a 70s and 80s film reel. The shots were also composed in group shots as they were a bunch of friends going on adventure and the magical powers of light and contrast are present. Everything is so consistent that it will really look like an 80s show, from the music to wardrobe, personalities, lighting, and tricks. Who would have thought these series will achieve a vibe like this at present time? Number 9. Vikings. Vikings is a television series inspired by the tales of the Norsemen in early medieval Scandinavia. Vikings will introduce us to the brutal world of Ragnar Lothbrok, a Viking warrior and a farmer who yearns to explore the distant shores across oceans. This is a story of war, family, brotherhood, and all kinds of affection. The setting was in Ireland and a team of cinematographers used digital Alexa cameras, soft Panavision Primo lenses, Bartley used cranes and remote cameras for everything to be always in action. Because trust me, their scenes were always moving and never staying at one place. Vikings has a lot of light and spaces so the actors can play with surreal naturalism, and the overall atmosphere was completely awe-striking and different, making you feel that you belong in that era along with its time period and environment. Number 8. Riverdale. Riverdale is an American teen drama television series based on the characters of Archie comics. The series features an ensemble cast based on characters Betty Cooper, Veronica Lodge, and Jughead Jones as the series narrator. This series is setting bars when it comes to cinematography for a well-established lighting set throughout seasons. This even trended because Riverdale's theme became a viral theme when it comes to events like photo shoots and trendy parties, wherein they incorporate a mood that is synonymously Riverdale neon. In this TV series, they use 2 lighting diagrams illustrating darkness and mystery around the overall appeal of the film. Number 7. Sensate. Sensate follows the story of 8 strangers across the world with shared consciousness, which allows them to help each other and form bonds and lasting relationships. These 8 people all struggle to fight while enduring the issues in gender, race, and societal constructs that divide people in categories. Sensate was applauded for its astounding cinematography because the shots were filmed in different countries and locations with real crowds. They religiously backed the logistics with extreme hard work, and it all paid off. It was a tough amount of camera works focusing on the flexibility and the withstanding quality because some shots were taken in handheld cameras. The shooting style's overall visual approach was to promote a sense of realism while taking advantage of the unique characteristics of the different locations around the world. Number 6. Kingdom. Kingdom is a South Korean television series that is based on the webtoon Kingdom of the Gods. This is a pure drama set in the Joseon dynasty. The first season of Kingdom follows the story of Crown Prince Lee Chang and his people who stumbled upon a plague that resurrects the dead. The second season picks up during Lee Chang's struggle to save his people from the spread of the plague and his dynasty from the powerful clan who hides a secret. Kingdom is evidently a masterpiece when it comes to cinematography. Although set in a zombie apocalypse plus an era, it stuck to its realism approach. The framing was on point despite the bubble of characters, and the shots were as neat as it was, striking a perfect combination onto each character's emotions. Number 5. Killing Eve. Killing Eve is a thriller series about an intelligence investigator who is tasked to capture a psychopathic assassin. Killing Eve's lighting and framing were the top-notch in this cinematography. They set the show in a visual tone starting from trailers, posters, and all kinds of promotions, which made it a massive hit because of its visually appealing style. Their key component in achieving this consistency is camera work, ambiance, and more lighting techniques. The overall cinematography of this series got the appeal of the viewers as it was made perfect from the color grading that produces warm, bright, and the sleek lives of the characters. Number 4. Mr. Robot. Mr. Robot is about a story of Elliot who works a programmer during the day and a vigilante hacker by night. He also happens to be suffering from a strange condition similar to schizophrenia, which he tries to keep under control by regularly taking both legal and illegal drugs and visiting his therapist. This TV series is tagged as one of the most unique series with unique cinematography because it focuses on tension. It focuses on the cinematographer's use of color and lighting to elicit psychological effects. They further emphasize the placements of his face on the intersections of the vertical and horizontal line to improve the camera shot set and the rule of thirds. The whole vibe and sense of this show highlights that feeling in isolation, loneliness, and societal oppression. The shots are composed in low quadrant framing to initiate the mood. Number 3. The End of the Fucking World. This drama is a dark comedy type of series about two misfit teenagers who are runaways and their plans on coming back remains uncertain. The beauty inside the series' cinematography lies in the middle, because the protagonists and other characters are all in the center, leaving an impression of well-played emotions and vibe. That is the main powerful tool of the camera works inside this series: central framing. The cinematographer wanted the show to have this amount of richness and density with skin tones almost a leathery red, adding some warmth to the characters. They set up establishing shots that will make people feel more about separation, but in a very minimalistic approach. The shots will make you feel like the characters are likely to be close, but they were never too close, just always right in the middle. Number 2. Peaky Blinders. Peaky Blinders is an epic true story drama about a gangster family in Birmingham, England. Thomas Shelby and his brothers return to their homes after serving in the British Army during World War I. This may be a fictional story of the Birmingham underworld, but it is based on the very real existence of a gang, the same name based in the Midlands in the late 19th century. The cinematography goal for the series is to achieve a certain mood and time period. They achieve a look that is warm, riveting, stylish, bold, and strong. They primarily focus on the lighting and its framework to achieve this goal. Its key power is the use of the backlight together with a lot of dark shots, so in that way, it can achieve a distinct period or era. They also combine filters and Polaroid together with warm and cool filters so that they will pull a relatively dark interior. The approach made was perfectly done and the setting they're trying to have, which is classical 1920-ish, was achieved. Number 1. The Crown. The Crown is a historical drama that circles in the reign and life chronicles of Queen Elizabeth II. Every 2 seasons, the cast is completely rehauled to reflect the passage of time. The cinematography goal for the series is to have the less is more approach, because it strikes upon the show's classy elegance. They treat this show as a fairy tale for an obvious reason, that it's a story about the royalty. What people do not know is that the team used 4 different cameras in the show, balancing the shots without compromising its backlight. Style-wise and personality, the historical approach and the fact that it was the Queen's account and the royal family became the factors for it to be on that level of difficulty. The realism approach was made possible so that the people will feel the sophistication and rawness, even on the Queen's perspective and skin tone. That was it for today's top 10 videos. Which of these videos gave you the best eye candies? Let us know through the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Access Multimedia for more brutally creative videos. Thanks for watching.